Good morning, friends. I am currently away in San Francisco, which is a lovely break, but I wanted to talk to you about how I travel to make sure I hit my goals. So, yesterday I was at the airport pretty early. Usually, if I have an afternoon flight, I'll try to eat at home and make sure I get a good amount of protein in before my flight, hydrate well, because you tend to dehydrate when you're in the air. But I will say I don't try to be perfect when I travel. So I did go and see some friends at the airport, and I had a couple glasses of champagne to celebrate that I was going to get a little decompression this weekend. So don't try to be perfect. Enjoy yourself. Stay mindful of your goals. But don't forget to connect with yourself while you travel. So I got in here about 6 o'clock. It took about an hour to get to my hotel here in San Francisco. So I was exhausted, obviously. I went ahead and just ordered in. One of the best parts about San Fran is that you have a ton of food options. And one of my best picks is eating a little bit of Asian food before, not even before, just as soon as I got here, I was like, give me the meat. So I ordered a beef and broccoli, tons of veggies, definitely a little bit cleaner option than a fried chicken or a sauteed chicken option, and some dumplings, and I housed it. It didn't feel heavy, and I had a good amount of fiber in there, which made me feel full as well as my protein. So that was a nice ending to my night. Got to bed early. I was up this morning at, 6 o'clock Denver time, 5 o'clock San Francisco time, ready to go. Now, let's go back to how I prepared to travel. Luckily, TSA allows us to take a lot of things on. I just carried on this time. So I went ahead and bagged my supplements up before I went. I always take my creatine. Of course, this looks a little devilish, but luckily I'm just going to San Francisco. I'm not going to Cuba. And I did forget my scoop, but that's okay. I know it's about a little less than a tablespoon. So I make sure I have this always. I don't want to miss it. Otherwise, I miss out on my muscle hydration. And also, if you're going to stay up late, creatine is a great way to ensure that you're back on track with alertness. And it's a preventative against lack of sleep, which is lovely. I also brought my fiber. You got to have fiber, especially when you're off track on your eating, which I'm probably going to be once I meet up with my friend later. I just want to make sure I'm getting enough fruits and vegetables to ensure that things don't get a little weird in my digestive tract once I come back. And the last thing I brought was my magnesium. It helps me sleep, especially when my routine is off. Maybe I'm getting up at awkward times, going to bed at awkward times. Those are the three things I absolutely have, and of course, any other supplements I take. So this morning I was able to go down. We had a nice buffet breakfast here. And I think one of the hardest things when you travel is trying to figure out exactly what to eat. There's a lot of things, especially at a buffet, that call to you. I saw chocolate croissants, donuts, very large bagels, tons of fruit, which is always awesome, processed cheeses. What else? There was sausage, bacon, eggs, yogurt, toast, even tuna. It is San Francisco, so a lot of fish here. Anyway, what I went with was scrambled eggs. You pretty much can't go wrong there. It's a good protein source. You can really load up on it, especially when they cook them in those kind of bigger containers. So I had a bunch. About half my plate was filled with eggs, 2 slices of bacon, again, 2 slices of sausage, a half a cup of yogurt with pineapple, some grapes, and then I had a whole wheat piece of sourdough with some peanut butter on top. So even though I'm traveling, I'm still focusing on getting almost all of my protein right away. And it turned out that that was about 50 grams. A little bit of carbohydrate, a little bit of fat to keep me full. I'm gonna head to the gym here in a little while, just something light to connect with myself before I go off and get silly with my friend. Remember, even a little bit of movement, connection daily, whether it's sweaty or not, really, really matters. And I want to make sure I make time for myself there. So when you're traveling, just make sure to prepare. Let's go ahead and ensure that we have our baggies of supplements. You have your supplement stack if you're taking any kind of pills. Electrolyte beverages, always great. I went ahead and had water before I had my coffee today. Go down, get a high protein breakfast, connect to your body, and then go enjoy your time. We work really hard when we're at home, and you deserve to have some fun. But in the back of your mind, keep your goals, your avatar. High protein, connect to your body, try to maintain your sleep, get those steps. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks.